Well, good morning. You're looking awesome this morning for a Tuesday. Like, seriously, you look great. Sometimes it's hard to sleep Monday night, right? Because you're all messed up from the weekend. But Tuesday, look at you. You're doing great.
Thank you for saying that about me.
Yes, I meant that about him. Thank you also to Casey Security for sponsoring the show for us every single morning. We so appreciate it, you guys. When I drive in at, 3 o'clock in the morning,
takes care of you.
I always think, gosh, they're out there all night taking good care of the community.
St. Marie, Wawa to Sudbury. Casey.
How are you this morning? You good?
You feeling better?
I'm feeling much better.
She had that stomach flu thing.
Bad. I have never, ever had a stomach flu like that. It was powerful.
They thought it was just them, her and Jim, but no, because we have other friends who are also sick to their tummies.
Yeah, not
it's going around.
It's going around. So
it skipped me.
If you go outside, hold your breath.
Hold your breath. I got rid of all my stuff in Cuba.
You left a gift for Cuba.
You must love today.
Okay.
It's Organize Your Home Day.
Stop it, is it? Mm-hmm. You know what I did last night? I organized all my makeup collection. Well, part of it. Because I go through it and I curate it.
What does that mean, you curate it?
Well, you go through like all your liners, your eyeliners.
Yes.
And
How many eyeliners do you have?
It's a collection because it's my hobby. And so then you got to swatch everything. So like I still have marks from really good lipstick that stays on forever and a day, apparently.
Well, you already own this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically you're just taking your stuff out and playing with it.
Yes, exactly.
You don't put it on your face though? You just put it in your hands?
Yeah, because it's at night and I don't want to rewash my face.
When do you wear eyeliner? I never see you in eyeliner. Are you wearing... you do good.
I do, yes, I do tight lining. You know what that is? That's when you go inside, underneath.
Oh, I can't do that.
It's so effective though.
People do that. I have white on the bottom. You ever see that?
Yes.
White on the bottom.
You know what? I have some of those. Yeah, it makes you look more awake apparently.
Oh, I could use some today.
Yeah, me too then.
I actually had a good sleep last night.
I had a great time organizing. That's so funny.
I went back to tap class.
Did you? How was it?
My second tap class. It was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you teaching yet?
No. Well, I was helping.
I bet you were.
I was a teacher's assistant.
What did you do?
Oh, last night?
To help?
Oh, I was just breaking down a step for somebody and sort of helping them with the rhythm so that they could feel it.
So you have to have rhythm to tap. Well, so could I tap?
Well, see, because sometimes you teach a thing like a shuffle or a full lap or a whatever, and you teach the step, but not necessarily in the rhythm that you're going to perform it, because you want to understand what makes the step before you actually apply a rhythm to it.
Oh, so you have to get the technical...
Paradiddle.
Excuse me?
It's called, I took drum, this was amazing, because I was younger, I took drum lessons when I was...
You did?
Well, I won a scholarship for singing at a time. There was a time when I sang and people actually liked it.
Still do.
No, not everyone. So anyway, I won this scholarship, and I thought, well, I want to learn how to play the saxophone. That's what I was...
Oh, my dad's
Because you win money, but you have to use it towards lessons, right? This was back to the Kiwanis, when we used to have the Kiwanis Music Festival.
Okay.
We don't have that anymore. But anyway, so I was going to take saxophone, but I had braces. And
clink.
They kind of said, not a good idea because you'll never get your armature right, because when you have braces, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
So I took drums instead because Uncle Bob Jenkins was a drummer.
He was? He was
just vibraphone. He started as a drummer.
No way. I had no idea.
As a drummer, and then he picked up vibes later on. Anyway, so I became a drummer. So there's certain things in drumming that are rhythms, and one of them is called a paradiddle. It's specific of how you...
That's hard.
Yeah, and they have a paradiddle in tap dancing. So last night we learned the paradiddle.
With your feet, that would be even harder.
Heel flap, heel brush, heel.
Don't you think that we should have
something like that?
Tim give me a lesson in tap dancing?
Oh.
Right?
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, one of these days.
We'll borrow some tap shoes. What size?
I'm a size 9. 8.5, 9.
Hey, we have the same size.
Well, of course we do. No. We're close friends.
Okay, so
but yeah, seriously, once you get better.
Maybe I'll bring my tap teacher in.
Sure.
And we could do a class together on here. Okay.
I think tap dancing's very hard.
It's not.
No?
I think... No, I don't think
so. You say I can't sing.
It's a lot of practice.
Yeah, you tell me I can't sing, so maybe I can tap dance.
I didn't say you can't sing. You said you can't sing.
No, you always say don't sing.
But what? I say don't sing. I didn't say you can't sing.
You could sing, just not well.
It's also dress up your pet date. You don't have pets.
No, I don't do pets. Nope.
people who put costumes on pets. What's your take on that?
Oh my gosh, I find it a little weird, honestly. It's very cute. You always go, "Aw," but then you look at the animal, and the animal
Are you
is
happy?
in distress.
Are you really happy animal dressed up like that?
My daughter has a little dog, and she put a little Santa Claus elf outfit on,
Yes.
and on her, and the hood was over her eyes, and she was on the floor laying down, and you couldn't even see her except for her nose and her two little paws.
Some of the costumes that they have these days are wild.
Oh my gosh!
I know Patty Gardy. Remember
Yes, Patty.
Patty had a couple little dogs, and she had I think under her stairs she used to keep like boxes of doggy clothes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the dogs.
No, the clothes. Oh, look at there's a little guy in a cowboy hat.
Patty that's Michael's dog, Daisy. Isn't she cute?
Patty had a biker uniform for one of her dogs.
Really?
Look at the superheroes.
Look at.
Yeah, Patty had a biker uniform, like a leather
that
jacket.
Robin looks better than the Robin we saw at the Star.
So there you go. Dress up your pet. Oh my gosh! How do you put a costume on a cat? That would not be easy to do.
Honest to goodness, look at that dog's face.
Yeah, they don't look happy. The cat looks like it wants to kill you.
Look at that thing.
What the heck is that?
Lord.
Oh, it's a dog in a Star Wars uniform. Is it Star Wars?
Yeah.
That's excessive.
Look at.
Okay. Oh, more Star Wars. Those
Star
are
Wars.
What kinds of dogs are those?
Okay. None of the dogs look like they're having fun. They look like they're just appeasing their owners.
Look, I'm wearing a tie, and I'm not happy dressing up today either. So I don't blame the dogs at all for being unhappy. If I had my way, I'd be here in a t-shirt.
I think you should ask your dog first. Hey, you can tell, right?
On this date in 1794, Dr. Jesse Bennett of Edam, Virginia, performed the first successful cesarean section in the United States.
What time? What year?
1794.
Wow.
He performed the first successful cesarean section in the United States on his wife.
I wonder if there was anesthetic.
Oh, good heavens, I hope so.
You know what I mean? I wonder, because back in the day,
1794.
Here's a stick, bite on it.
He performed the first successful cesarean section on his wife. Well, that's one way to take things out on her.
I would be so nervous, right?
If it were my husband, I'd be nervous.
But then if it's an emergency and he knows about birth and babies...
It was the first successful one in the U.S. Does that mean it had been done elsewhere successfully, I guess?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe he'd gone overseas to study. In 1943, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, went from Miami to Morocco to meet Winston Churchill, making him the first U.S. president to travel by airplane.
What?
Can you? What? 1943. Before that, can you imagine any president who wanted to go overseas took a boat?
In the 40s?
Yeah.
Really?
I know. I'm telling you, we learned things on this show about
the 40s. Is like.
You know what I learned yesterday?
What?
Queen Elizabeth still drives herself.
Yes, she does. Her husband doesn't anymore since he hit that. I don't know, woman.
It never occurred to me. I saw her in the Range Rover, just scowling at the press on the curb. And then I saw, of course, their driver's side is on the right-hand side of their car. So that was her actually.
That was the first thing I noticed. She's driving herself.
A Range Rover.
With a kerchief on that was hideous.
And looking cross as could be.
She was cross. She was mad. She was about the whole William and Harry thing that's happening right now.
Isn't that a funny expression? Look, she was looking cross.
She was looking cross.
That reminds me of a joke. Two nuns are driving in Transylvania, and a vampire jumps on the hood of their car, and he's looking at the windshield, threatening them. And the nun driving, the passenger nun says, "What do I do? What do I do?" And the driving nun says, "Show him your cross." And so the other nun goes, "Get the heck off my
car!" Not that cross. This cross.
This cross. Man, that was an old joke. Anyway, Sia is a mother.
So
you know Sia?
We never know her face.
Can we see a picture of Sia?
Yeah,
Michael, where's the picture of Sia?
I thought I had bang issues.
Yeah.
Like this girl is.
There she is.
Right?
That's Sia.
I don't want you to see my face, but I'm going to put this honking bow on my head so you'll notice me.
She is a mother now. She adopted a child, and unfortunately she can't see whether it's a boy or a girl. So we don't know. She doesn't know what she got because she can't see it.
She doesn't know how to change a diaper because she can't see the kid's
She adopted a son.
She did.
She adopted a son, and she has a guy that she works with named Diplo, D-I-P-L-O.
I've heard that name.
Okay, so I guess he's a producer, whatever, and we're work partners and stuff. And she's bound and determined not to be in a relationship. She's already divorced. She's going to raise this child on her own. So she's not interested in a love relationship, but she told this guy that she works with, Diplo, she said, you know, you're one of the sexiest guys I know. So if you want to just have a sexual relationship, hit me up sometime. And so that's the nature of their relationship. So he's not going to be the father of her baby. He's just her sex toy and her producer.
If it works for people.
Yeah.
I could never do that. Could you?
Have just a
Friends with
concubine,
benefits?
like friends with benefits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could? So what about one night stands?
Did. One night stands?
Yeah. I don't like those. I'm not good at that. I only had a couple. It's awkward. In the morning, you're sober.
Sometimes it's just... Louise, it's never a good idea to drink and have sex with a person.
What?
No. They would teach that in high schools. Don't drink
and have indiscriminate in my high school.
Don't drink and have indiscriminate sex.
Well, seriously, because as I said, you wake up, you don't know where in the hell you are.
Okay, one time
you got a hangover.
One time I was in Toronto.
There's this dude there.
One time I was in Toronto when I woke up, and the person had already gone to work.
You were like, whew.
No, I had to walk down the street and look at the street sign to call a taxi because I didn't know where in Toronto I was.
Don't do this at home.
Don't do that, children, if you're listening at home.
Do not do that. You know what? It's not safe.
I'm lucky to be alive.
It's ridiculous. It's awkward.
And it's expensive because I was like way out in the sticks and it was a long cab ride home.
Plus, it costs a lot to drink that much.
Holy
so don't do any of
smokes.
that. Just disregard. Do as we
Learn
say,
from
not
our
as we do.
mistakes.
Learn from our mistakes. You could end up here. Learn from our mistakes.
This could be your life. Okay, listen, we gotta go. This could almost be a Wellness Wednesday because we're talking about Radon kits right now.
Awesome.
It's a launch of a new thing from the library. You're gonna be very interested to hear this. So stay tuned. That's coming up right next. Right next.
Right next. Not later.
Right next on the show.
Next later. Right now.
Buy Tundra is coming up right next.
Right next.
Right next.
Right next then.
Right.
Last year we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
So, welcome back, and now this is a very, very interesting interview we're about to have because I know nothing about this except that it's scary. So, let me first introduce Kelly and David. Kelly, where did you come from?
I'm from the Lung Association.
But where in the world? You came from Toronto.
Toronto.
Lung Association. Kelly. Okay, David.
I came all the way from Vancouver Island.
Imagine that, you guys. You came from Vancouver Island all the way to see us. And you were with Radon
Environmental.
Radon Environmental, and of course we all know Helena Wapalainen from the Public Library.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay, so you guys, the public library is now partnered up with Radon Environmental.
With the Lung Association.
With the Lung Association. So you guys, did you start this? Did the Lung Association start this whole Radon thing?
It was
program?
our initiative. It's been done throughout Canada with other lung associations in Canada. So the Lung Association and Sault Ste. Marie, it's the first one in the province.
Is our Lung Association, is that Grace?
That's Grace Briglio.
That's Grace.
Grace Briglio, okay, very cool. Let's talk a little bit about what radon is. You can address that if you don't mind there, David. Tell us what radon is, how it gets in our homes.
Sure, Tim. Radon's a radioactive soil gas. It's on the periodic table of elements, and it comes from the decay chain of uranium. So we all know uranium is that lovely radioactive material.
Yes, we had a lot in Elliott Lake at one time.
That's right. Elliott Lake was where it was found initially in eastern Canada.
Okay.
It's in the decay chain. Uranium's got a half-life, as all radioactive materials do.
It means that doesn't die.
It doesn't die, and it's like 4 billion years. So long after you and I are gone, it's going to be around.
Wow.
Radon's got a relatively short half-life at 3.82 days, and when it decays, it releases 2 alpha particles. And that's what's the danger to our health, is those alpha particles. So it's nobody's fault it's here. It's just naturally occurring. It's in the earth. And over the last 10 or 12 years, as we've built our buildings tighter and tighter and tighter, we're trapping more of these soil gases. So that's why it's really becoming, important for everybody to test and coming to the forefront right now.
So you're trapping the gases, and that's how they're like just emanating into our homes.
Exactly.
They just it's a gas, so it rises up. It can go through anything, right?
Yep. And the patrons that take the test kits from the library, they'll read up and learn with some inserts in the kit, but radon's 7 times heavier than air, so it tends to sit in the lower levels of the homes and offices.
What does it do to us, Lung Association lady? Kelly, what does radon do to the body?
Well, it's not good.
It's
not good when you're breathing it in your home. People who breathe in radon radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer.
See, we didn't know that, did we?
No, I didn't.
Second leading cause of radon is?
Radon is, and if you smoke and are exposed to radon, your chances of getting lung cancer is 1 in 3. So it's very high, and that's why it's so important. And we're advocating, for people to go to the library and screen your home for radon.
So Helena, how does this work? We go to the library.
So today, actually at 10 o'clock, we're having... This is the launch today.
I got a scoop.
So launch is from 10 to 12, and we're so happy to be in partnership with the Lung Association, and they have donated 25 of these radon kits.
You got 25 just in Sault Ste. Marie?
Right, but...
Wait, are these worth a lot of money or what?
A lot of
$300 a kit.
No way.
Yes.
Whoa.
But if you have a library card, it's a free program. You just check one out for 6 weeks.
I have a library card.
And then you can monitor your data.
I get it for 6 weeks. Is that how long it takes to make sure you get a good reading, David?
Yeah, this is a screening, as Elena just said. So we want at least 30 days of reads, because the radon levels will do this in the home throughout the day, not just day over day, but they'll change. If it's a windy day, the soil's pressurized, you're going to see a lot of the radon level goes up when the wind dies down.
Do we all have a certain level of radon in our
We
homes?
absolutely do. In this room right here, there's probably 10 becquerels per meter cubed, which is the unit of measure that we use to measure radiation.
Wow. When does it get dangerous?
Well, according to Health Canada, the action level is 200 becquerels per meter cubed, but there's a lot of disparity. The U.S. follows an EPA action guideline of 148 becquerels.
EPA, Environmental Protection Agency.
There you go, yes. So they follow a guideline of 148 becquerels per meter cubed. And the World Health Organization has a more stringent guideline at 100 becquerels per meter cubed, but they go on to say there's no level of exposure which is safe for humans. So,
hey, yikes! I don't like the sound of that. So, do you have one in your home? Did you get one? Did you do your test your home?
I'm in the process of.
You're in the process of testing your home. Okay, Helena, what do we?
Would you like to show one?
Sure. Why don't you show one? Me. Oh, here's what it looks like.
It's kind of like a cell phone, right?
When we go to this camera, it does look kind of like a cell phone. It's so little. Do the batteries come with it?
Yes.
Thank you. And what do? I place this in my home somewhere, David?
Yeah, you're going to place it in the lowest occupied level.
So my basement, because I live in my master bedroom is in my basement.
Right. So a lot of people do that now, or they've got older kids living in their basements.
Right.
So, and occupied is defined as a place where somebody would spend 4 hours a day or more.
Okay.
So if you have a basement and you don't really use it, you might be better to test on the main floor.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
And what do? I just turn it on and leave it?
That's right. You turn it on. There's a reset button on it. You'll reset it when you start your test. And you're going to leave it for a minimum of 30 days.
Okay. In the same spot?
In the same spot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when do I get nervous? Oh, do I bring it? Do I bring it somewhere after I'm done and you tell me what or no?
So you return it back to the library.
Yes.
And you make sure that you delete your data off it because you want to protect your privacy.
Right.
And then we're going to kindly ask that if anybody that returns it fills out a survey for the Lung Association, so they kind of know the activity on these, right?
Okay. Is there ever going to be a number that comes up that says you need to get a hold of somebody?
Yes.
Are there instructions that tell us about this stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all included in the
kit.
The instructions are all in the kit?
Yeah.
What about, does it tell me who to contact if I have a reading that I don't like?
If you have an issue, it tells you can contact us and we can give you
The Lung
sort of
Association will help us?
information, of who
Where
to
to go
go
next,
to.
next
Yeah,
steps.
right.
That's nice of you to do
Right.
that, like a referral. Well, really, is it a 1-800 or do we call locally or what?
You could call Grace,
could call
or
Grace
you could
Brigley
call a 1-800 number.
Oh, I trust Grace. I'll call Grace. What are those little things? What are those little knobby things?
These are the long-term tests. So if you got a result out of the short-term screening test here, the 30-day test, and let's say you're in the 150 to 200
Which
range,
is high.
which is high, you probably want to move to a long-term test. And these are single use. They have to be returned to the lab. They're available through the Lung Association at $30 a piece.
Okay.
So you can get them right online from the Ontario Lung Association website.
Okay.
And this will give you a 90-day test. And that's what Health Canada advocates before you take mitigation action.
I see. So the next step really probably would be purchasing a long-term one, doing a longer test, right, Kelly? Okay. And then from there, you'll find out whether you need to take even further action. This is incredible. What a great... I would never have thought about this in my home, Radon. And then to think that the library, that's a really smart idea.
But
to go
just
to the
think,
library.
we provide all the resources, right?
You do.
Let's provide this
I
resource.
love the library. Okay, so this is launching today.
Yes.
You're going to probably have a lot of people coming down there.
Well, let me tell
Did you say 25 kits?
The downside of this is that you can put your name on a holds list for these, and we're nearly, like yesterday, I know we had 25 holds already placed and we only have 25 kits.
Okay, so, but that means
But you can put a hold on it, right?
month, that means in a month you're going to be ready to get
Exactly,
your kit, right?
exactly.
So eventually you're going to get it done.
Yes.
Just call the library and put your name on a list
Yep.
until a lot of people
hold,
will go
yep.
through them and then it'll become more available as people have done it.
For sure, for sure.
I'm doing it, okay. Thank you very much. It was so nice to Kelly. Thanks for coming up from Toronto. David, all the way from Vancouver Island. Helena,
Nice to see you.
always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having us, Timothy.
A pleasure. So there you go. Get your Radon kits. Go see Helen at the library, and they got all the information you need. Use your library card. Check it out, and stay safe, Sault Ste. Marie and District. We'll be back with more Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim after this.
This is On TV.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
that would.
I'm sitting here trying to get the show going back on the road, and they're talking about fashion and scarves.
Well,
I'm like,
she's wearing a lovely
could somebody
scarf.
cue me in? I'm pretty sure we're going live in 5 seconds. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Now, that radon thing, very interesting.
Isn't it?
Second leading cause of lung cancer?
No idea.
Neither did I.
Now, do we? I unfortunately was doing homework, so I didn't get to
You're
listen.
such a liar. My other guests have arrived, and she's playing hostess in the green room.
I am.
But anyway, what?
Do you have to have it in your house?
What?
Radon?
Well, radon's naturally in our homes anyway. Everybody has radon because it's a gas that comes up from the earth.
Oh, I see. I thought it ran the fridge. Radon in your fridge? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that you mean the chemical that's in the fridge that makes it cold?
Yes.
That's what's that
Freon.
called? Freon.
Never mind. Want a coffee? That's all I've been doing.
She had a bad tummy, so she couldn't have coffee because cream would have curdled her. So for 4 days she had no coffee. She's making up for lost time.
I'm just like vibrating. Seriously. It's just like cream was just like, ooh. Yeah. But not now. I'm good now. I'm awesome. I'm back.
You said you were
Good
doing
morning.
homework. Tell me a story.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story about Marvel Studio finally released a special look at Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. Some brand new footage. So if you're interested in that,
Is she like
go
the
check it out.
busiest actress in Hollywood right now?
And the most stunning wench.
Did she not get 2 Oscar nominations?
Yeah.
One for what? Actress in a leading role for Marriage Story.
Yes.
She was phenomenal.
I'm circling the ones that you like.
Scarlett Johansson was phenomenal in Marriage Story, but I haven't seen Judy yet. Oh, Judy's available pay-per-view.
Yeah. Is it?
I'm going to get it. It's on pay-per-view.
I want to see that so bad.
Me too. I don't even know what Harriet is. Cynthia Erivo in Harriet, also Best Actress in Leading Role. Have you heard of Harriet?
No.
And then, I don't know how to say this. It's a Gaelic name. Saoirse?
Saoirse.
That's Gaelic.
In Little Women, Joe.
I heard she's brilliant too. And Charlize Theron, I love her as an actress too. And Bombshell, those are the best. But then, Scarlett Johansson's also nominated in Best Supporting.
And then in the JoJo one.
Best Supporting for Jojo Rabbit.
My goodness.
And now she's got a Marvel.
The Marvel Studio. Do you like Marvel movie? I love them. I don't watch a lot of them, to be fair, but the ones I do watch, I want to have a couple of glasses of wine, get a little bit tuned, and watch these freaky things going on. I do. I think Marvel movies are fun. You don't.
Well, I don't get a little bit tuned, but maybe that's why.
Right.
Marvel.
To watch movies anyway.
Marvel. It's like superheroes.
Yes.
Never had a thing.
No, eh? You didn't do the comics when you were a kid?
I never read Action Comics. They bored the begolly out of me.
I read Archie comics.
I read Archie
the digests,
as well.
you know, those. But yeah, I never read Superman.
Mine was always
well, there were never any girls.
Mine was always about relationships, not about superheroes. No, I
really?
didn't. No interest.
You didn't find them sexy? No. Superman, Batman.
No.
Really?
Well, I watched the Batman TV show, but only because it was funny.
Yeah. It was very campy, wasn't it?
Yes, the big bop, pow,
but now,
zoom, wow, bang.
Yeah, pow. But now Batman's mysterious.
Batman.
Yeah, I don't know why he has to talk like this.
He had radon in his house.
This is for you, Tim.
What?
That's Batman.
Oh, come off it.
Now, see?
Well, now, if Batman had looked like that when I was 8 years old, I might have been reading the comics.
Well, you see his suit? There's got to be something good under there. Unless it's a Spanx.
Did you see the video of what's her name wearing Kim Kardashian's outfit?
No.
Chelsea Handler.
Oh yeah, she's crazy.
So she gets one of those, whatever it's called, skim.
It's a skim.
Okay, so basically it's a nude garment. that you can wear, and it's
like a Spanx,
keeps it tucked in a little bit.
Kardashian
But
made
this
it.
one is like it just holds the breasts in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it covers the breasts and it holds them so they
Right.
don't. But not a lot. Like, they still move around a lot.
Yeah, you're still
and
jiggling.
then they come right down to the knee.
Oh, see, I would like that, except for the jiggling
And there's
part.
a space in the crotch.
To go pee.
Right.
See, that's brilliant.
So here's what Chelsea Handler does. She said, I've always wanted to know what it felt like to run nude down the beach in Malibu.
She didn't.
She put one of those things on, but she put nude-colored tape over the crotch. Like, so obviously a piece of tape.
Why?
And she ran down in slow-mo in this outfit.
Plus-
And the feedback, Kim Kardashian, is she the one who designed it? Tweeted, it was on Instagram rather, and she said, I am crying over this. I love everything about this, especially the tape on the crotch.
That's funny.
And all these other celebrities, including Gwyneth Paltrow, who has a wick coming out of her crotch, candle. They were all saying, "This is brilliant. This is so funny. Good for you, Chelsea." Yeah.
I wonder what they feel like. I would try a skim.
Well, why don't you?
I would need one right from the
very close
bridge of my foot, though. To haul in
Does it go from the toes all the way to the top of the head?
Right to the cankles.
And you could have
try and get some knees
and rather
going.
than having just the vagina cut out, you could also have the facial cut out too.
Right?
There you go.
She should make one with a mask on it. And then you just slip into somebody else. I think you should.
Oh,
caffeine is awesome.
Luann has the news next. See if you can keep up with this one on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
The union representing Ontario's English Catholic teachers said yesterday that talks with the province appear to have stalled and a one-day strike will be held next week, affecting elementary and secondary schools. The president of the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association said the union's 45,000 members will walk off the job on Tuesday, January 21st, after negotiations with the government broke off last week and no new dates have been scheduled. Liz Stewart said the government appears to only do the right thing when it's under pressure. So teachers have little choice but to take the next step in the bargaining process. Stewart announced the latest job action the same day OECTA started a work to rule campaign that included not participating in standardized testing, preparing report cards, or participating in Ministry of Education initiatives. Canadian investigators are getting their first chance to visit the crash site outside of Tehran today as part of an international team looking into the sequence of events that ended with a jet from Ukraine being shot out of the sky. The attack killed all 176 people on board, including 57 Canadians. The aircraft was shot down just hours after Iran launched their airstrikes against 2 military bases in Iraq, where U.S. forces and also some Canadians are stationed. The airstrikes were in retaliation for a targeted drone strike on January 3rd by the U.S. that killed Iran's top general, Qasem Soleimani. Iran's judiciary said today that arrests have been made and the president has called for a special court to be set up to probe the downing last week of the plane by Iranian forces. Iran, which initially dismissed allegations that a missile had brought down the jetliner, acknowledged 3 days later that its Revolutionary Guard had shot down the Ukrainian plane by mistake. Tight new rules for the Conservative leadership election have led businessman and longtime party volunteer Brian Brulot to declare he's no longer making a bid for the job. He says he's instead backing potential contender Peter MacKay, whom he has known since the 1990s. Brulot had signaled his intention to run for leadership in December and started rolling out a campaign earlier this month. Part of his strategy had been to use his relative outsider status to recruit new members who'd backed his bid and then in turn become a new base of support for the party. But the official rules of the race released over the weekend require candidates to have the support of 3,000 people who've been party members for 21 days before they sign someone's leadership nomination papers. 1,000 of those signatures are required by the end of February, giving candidates effectively less than a month to sign up new people. MacKay has yet to formally announce he's even running. The federal government is making clear that cuts to wireless rate it expects from mobile service providers must go above and beyond any price reductions already seen in 2016. Industry Minister Navdeep Bain says the 25% rate reductions he's been mandated to achieve over the next 2 years will be measured starting after the October 21st election. The Trudeau Liberals promised during the fall federal election campaign to cut mobile device rates by an average of 25%, a pledge that was embraced by opposition parties at the time. But there were no specifics provided on how or when the government intended to force the rate cuts. According to a 2019 report from the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, prices in Canada's mobile wireless market had already dropped by an average of 28% from 2016 to 2018. U.S. National Weather Service said a small tornado tossed around cars outside a South Carolina high school yesterday. School officials in Sampson County, North Carolina, say a storm caved in part of a school roof, injuring 3 students.
We're student-centered, and what a blessing it is that only 3 students were injured and that those 3 students are going to be okay. We can fix this building, but students are our priority, and we're very blessed that they're okay.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatzoo.ca.
A message from the Government of Canada.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Good morning and welcome back to our Tuesday show. We're having such a good time. We certainly hope that you are as well.
I have the best guests.
You do, really. We had such a good time in the green room. I can't wait for you guys to meet all these
And a
folks.
great co-host, too.
Oh, thank you. You're the best, too. Jeopardy, huge controversy there.
Why?
Well, because one of the answers...
Okay.
How does that... You know how it works.
You have to pose the answer in the form of a question.
Right. So it was... The contestant, the female contestant said Bethlehem, and the male she said Palestine, and he said Bethlehem.
What is Palestine? What is Bethlehem?
Right, and
what was
the problem is that it's geopolitical, because Israel and Palestine, of course, are at odds,
yes.
And Bethlehem is kind of being held hostage, so it's geographically in one spot, but called belonging to another spot, from what I can understand.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Jeopardy. So what they did was somebody called them on it, or they realized it, and they pulled that question off and just brought all the contestants back to their previous totals so that it would be a fair start again.
Wow, so in the taping they had to do that? Because I often wonder sometimes when you see after these game shows are over, they'll say portions of this program may have been edited out that do not affect the outcome of the game.
Right.
I guess that's what they're talking about, those kinds of instances.
Yeah. Because, I mean, seriously.
That could get contentious, too.
Couldn't it?
Yes. When you're talking, why would you put a question about the Middle East?
Right? Especially today.
It's always iffy.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
There's missiles flying around there. Be careful. Chrissy Metz.
Not a clue.
She is in the show This Is Us. She's an actress.
Oh.
She just released a song for the movie Breakthrough.
I saw a picture of her. I was like, who is she?
Phenomenal
So
voice.
she's on the TV show This Is Us?
This Is Us. I'm Standing With You is the song that she released.
But she's a singer, too.
She's up for an Oscar nomination for the song.
Get out.
It's the theme song for the movie Breakthrough. She has just signed a deal with Universal in Nashville.
Get out.
And she's always wanted to be a singer. She's a phenomenal actress, but she's always wanted to be a singer. And so there you go, Chrissy.
And
right?
She's probably in her, would you say late 30s?
I would say late 30s.
Good for her.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
For her acting career to lead to her dream.
And you know what? Me being the cynical journalist that I am, when I first saw her do this song, I'm Standing With You, she was, they were leading into her with the camera and stuff, and I was like, yeah, like every actress can sing, right? Well, this actress can sing.
I can't wait to check it out.
I know, yeah.
Chrissy Metz, M-E-T-Z?
Yeah, Chrissy Metz, M-E-T-Z.
I'm going to check it out at the show.
Yeah. Jojo Siwas, I don't know if you know her. Siwa. Maybe Audrey can help me out.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, she was on Dance Moms. And that's where she's done so well. She's 16 years old.
Oh.
She just moved her family into a mansion in California that houses, amongst other things, an in-house 7-Eleven.
Get out of here. Who needs a 7-Eleven in their house? What? Who works there?
Candy everywhere.
Wait, who do they? What?
No, that's their house. There's a slushy machine, there's a pizza warmer, because you need one of those.
So it's not really a 7-Eleven. Is it a 7-Eleven?
No.
You can't buy a franchise to put in your house. That's silliness.
No, she put up
she's pretending to have a 7-Eleven in her house.
But she's got all the machines
She's
and
a
everything.
16-year-old dancer.
Right. So her whole family is in this mansion with her.
Put down the
and
slushies.
She's eating,
Put down the slushies.
It's going to rot your teeth. You're going to get a big bum. Don't with the slushies. Don't do it. Back away from the machine.
It's just sugar. It's not good. Sugar's not good.
No, sugar's not good.
Not for dancers. Not good. Okay, United Way,
yes,
January
awesome.
Jam. There are 2 musicians and a chairperson in our waiting room waiting to come on air. So we got to bring them out.
RMT is RPM, thank you.
RPM is the name of the band.
Just one of 5
Betty
bands that's going to be
Pascuzzi
performing.
and Mr. Rizzo. And,
Yes.
well, can we stop talking and bring them on the air?
All right, then.
We'll be right back with my guests on Mornings with Luann and Tim if I can get her to stop talking.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and road work all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation, because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you've smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Back to Mornings with Luann as Tim. Luann as Tim. That'd be funny. Luann and Tim. Okay, Ben Pascuzzi, Marcel Rizzo, and Patrick McGuire. Okay, so Patrick, you're the chair for the campaign chair for United Way.
Yep, for this year's.
You guys are band members from RPM.
That is correct, sir.
Among other things.
Many other.
I mean, you've got many other accomplishments.
Many talents.
You do, Ben.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. How long has RPM been around? The name of your band?
It'll be actually our 7th year in March.
No, that's a long time for a band to stick together.
Yeah, it's good. Well, we really like one another.
Ben, don't lie. Marcel, I know that you tolerate Ben for 7 years. Who else is in the band?
We have Dino Mazuka. He's our lead guitar player.
Dino Mazuka.
And we also have Rob Gilmar, who's our bass player.
So there's 4 of you.
Yep.
4 of us.
What kind of music do you play?
We play pretty well a mix of classic rock, 70s, 80s, some 90s stuff. Yeah, and we do some more modern tunes, and we range anywhere from lighter pop rock right up to hard rock. So pretty good mixture. Throw a little bit of country in there too for the country fans. So we're pretty diverse.
So you're one of how many bands are going to be performing at the January Jam in support of United Way?
I believe it's 5. Is that right?
Is that right, guys?
5 altogether.
Yeah.
Who else is playing besides RPM?
There is Encore, there is Retro, a group called UK69, and also The Vines.
So that's a wide range of musical styles, right? Genres.
Yeah, it's a good mix of music. Some more folksy stuff, some pop stuff. Definitely Encore and our band are definitely, rock bands. So yeah, I think people get a nice variety of music that evening.
Something for everybody.
Something for everyone, absolutely.
Where's this happening, this January Jam?
It's happening at the Marconi. Doors open at 6 o'clock on the 18th, and the performances start at 7.
On the 18th of January. Wait a minute, what are we right now? This is like the 14th.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, yeah.
Are there still tickets available?
Oh, absolutely, but they're going fast.
Well, I would imagine.
So I suggest people get them ahead of time.
Wait, so what does this event entail, Patrick? Is it strictly music, or is there food, cash bar? What's going on?
It's music. I'm not sure about cash bar, but
there is beverages that are going to be available as well as food.
And there is food?
There is food.
Wait, is food included or you can buy food?
No, you can buy food.
Excellent. Oh, because they got the pizza ovens and everything there now too, right?
Yeah, that's
At
right.
Marconi,
Yeah.
they've really, that great place is really changing. Did you hear the Mississinapi Cree is going to be in there now too?
No.
Yeah, the Marconi is going to be more cultural, not just Italian anymore. It's going to incorporate more cultures, including Mississinapi Cree. They're moving in there. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so 7 o'clock. What? Doors open?
Doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6.
Bands actually start at 7.
How long are you playing, guys?
It's 40-minute sets.
And there's 5.
And there's 5 of us all together, yeah. So there's about a 10-minute changeover in between bands.
Whoa, that's a huge night of entertainment. Dance floor?
Yeah.
Dance floor is available.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the funds are all going to
the
United Way.
United Way, yeah.
So Patrick, you were the campaign chair. What was your goal? When does your year end? What was your goal?
Year end is April of this year, obviously.
April 2020.
Yes, and 1.25 million was the goal for this year. We're at about 800,000, so we gotta push it a little bit.
So you need to get about 400 grand in your bank account to hit your mark by April.
Yeah, still staying positive. And normally this time of year we don't have too many events. The campaign is really focused between September and December, but events like this are great, and it's great to get out in January.
You know what?
Right?
This time of the year, for sure. You get this midwinter blahs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Get out and do some dancing and party with your friends.
And the nice thing too is, Tim, we've got a lot of local talented people. You've been involved with local entertainment for years. There unfortunately isn't a lot of opportunities for our local musicians always to showcase themselves. So it's nice because it gives a chance for different bands to come together. It's fun when you're in a band to watch your other bands perform and talk about music. And it's an opportunity for people in the Sault to see, the great talented musicians we have. And musicians and artists, as you know, have always been community minded. And so it was an easy event to get behind and want to participate in. So it should be a lot of fun.
And there is a sister event to this.
What do you mean?
Well, this is band oriented, but in February 22nd, there's another event that we're hosting, which is called United We Jam. And
United We Jam?
United We Jam.
Good name.
That's great.
What that format's going to be a little bit different.
United We Jam. Okay, what?
The format's going to be a little bit different. There's going to be more solo artists and some duets and other types of configurations of individuals, not necessarily.
Are you looking for people at this point, or do you already have your roster full of performers?
No, we do have a list of performers, but we are still looking for acts. The nice thing about the February event is if you actually buy your tickets before January the 18th, then you actually get a discount on both of the January 18th and February 22nd events. So tickets are normally $15 each, but for both events it'll be $25.
That's okay. Where am I getting my tickets in advance of the 18th? Because I've got 4 days.
Tickets can actually be directed through Shane at the United Way.
Shane Rock. Hi, Shane. He's off camera right now. Shane at the United Way. Shane, how do they get a hold of you? Call the United Way? So we just Google United Way Sault Ste. Marie. There's a phone number. You call. You say, Shane, I want those tickets. $25 for. What was the date in February again?
February 22nd.
Beautiful.
At the Marconi as well.
Again at the Marconi?
Yeah.
With more of a sort of an acoustic feel.
That's right.
Okay, so tell me, Patrick, about some of the work the United Way does in the Algoma District, the Sault Ste. Marie.
There's lots of work that the United Way does. It's all in the name of poverty reduction, so there's lots of different areas where the money goes to help do that. All of the money stays local in the community.
Everything stays local.
Everything stays local, so I think that's the most important thing that people need to know.
Right.
Again, it's all in the name of poverty reduction, which is a complex issue, but I would encourage people to go to the website.
The United Way actually is addressing poverty reduction in a number of ways too. Yeah. One of them being the Harvest Algoma initiative, which is brilliant. Yeah. Have you guys been up there to it's the old Croatian Hall, right? And now it's called Harvest Algoma. Mike Delfrey's up there running this program. It's phenomenal. Amazing, yeah, they teach people how to shop, how to cook, how to budget, how to make healthy meals for less. They grow things. They do pickling and canning and all this kind of stuff. It's so cool. Plus, they're getting new flower beds. And I heard that there's a rumor that there may be another project in the works, but I won't talk about. But it sounds like the Harvest Algoma might be expanding.
Oh, nice. That's great. No, they do so much great work locally, and so, like I say, for musicians and people in the artistic community who have always are a community-minded group, it's an easy event to get behind. Like when they reached out, it was an easy way to say yes.
It's a fun way to raise money.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get out and you know what else? People in Sault Ste. make my age, 30s, 40s, 50s.
60s.
But no, but a lot of people in their 40s and 50s are like, oh, there's nothing for us in town. There's nowhere for us to go. There's no supper clubs. There's no dance clubs. The music, blah, 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 blah. Well, this is your chance to get out, put on your dancing shoes. You're going to hear music from all the different generations, from mine all the way to current, right?
Yeah.
So from every age. And it's at that price, are you kidding me? Even for the full price of $15.
Absolutely.
You can't go see a movie for that.
5 bands, $15. That's $3 a band. Where are you going to get a band for $3?
Never. And you know what, Ben Pescozzi, you're worth way more than that.
Well, you know I charge more in my day job.
That's very true. Guys, I want to thank you very much for being here. It's the United Way January Jam, and also the February United We Jam. Okay, you can buy both sets of tickets for a cheap $25 from Shane Rock at the United Way, or just show up. Will tickets be available at the door, do you figure, guys, or do you really want that in advance so you know about food and stuff?
In advance is always preferable.
Please, please, please. So get those tickets. January Jam featuring the 5 bands. We'll be back to say goodbye with Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
As you're going over your list, you're telling me about the movies that have been nominated for the Oscars. One of them, The Two Popes. Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't, but it's available. I think it's on Netflix or something, but it's available right now. I've seen
You know what? It's incredible how much one of the Popies looks like the real Popey. Like, yeah, the two Popies are
Jonathan Pryce nominated for Best actor, and who's the other one? What's his name? You know, the British one, Anthony Hopkins, for best supporting. So it's got to be good. We got lots of movies we got to go watch.
Yeah, we do.
I want to watch Judy. I want to watch The Two Popes.
I'm going home right now to do
Marriage
that.
Story. Watch it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do
We'll see you tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday.
Have a good day.